look at systems that are being used to grow vertically on flat surfaces, this is very much closer to what we find out there in the commercial setting. The difference being is that this is about 25 times cheaper than what you're finding with some of the systems that exist. And they're everything from steel framing to sheeting that goes behind them, all these types of things that in the right setting you would need. Okay, what I chose to do was actually use a piece of marine board. I'm going to hang this. It's going to be hung on a cinder block wall. Okay, so as far as needing something in between this and the cinder block wall, I don't really need that. All right. In your setting, if you were doing wood, you would want to look for that. And there are things out there that you can use, a sheeting that you can put behind it so that you would make sure that it wouldn't ruin your wall. But anyway, so when I say in the traditional sense of what these sort of wall pocket things are all about, when this is finished, a little less noise please. When this is finished and it's grown out, basically it will disappear, even though I do like the red. Okay, and I wouldn't want it to disappear completely. Okay, but anyway. So we're going to go ahead and have Neves start planting this system. Now, how did I put this together? I already alluded to the fact that I have a piece of marine board, and then you can go to one of your better garden centers like Heinz, and you can buy this, right? Okay, what I did is we did 2 layers of this, right? We stapled it to the board, and then I took a piece of wire mesh that had 4x4 spaces. I laid it on top of it, I sprayed it, and I used it to do my, what do you call them, staples. So I used a staple gun, right? I did my pattern so that I could then go back, and then I took that little handy tool that once upon a time I decided I was going to sew, right? So I bought all this equipment to sew. Now I'm using it for this stuff. But it's this handy little tool. It's got the round blade on it, and you run it like this. It's very dangerous. You can cut your fingers off in a second. It's what? Rotary cutter. Yeah, that's it. Okay? We take the rotary cutter and we run it in the spaces. Run it, run it, run it, and then I take my knife and I stick it in there and I pry it open a little bit. As you can see behind it, it's got another layer of the material. So basically we're growing. We have a little pocket here, and as you can see, Neves is doing exactly what we asked her to do. She's going to stuff these little 4-inch plants into the little pockets. Now what will happen over time is some of these that we have chosen, such as the rabbit's foot ferns, such as this one here, which I don't know what it is. Anyway, it looks like some kind of variegated philodendron thing. Okay, I picked these things up today, obviously for this talk, and they just were pretty, and I said I need some of that. So, okay, so one of the things that we're looking at Neves and what she's doing is she's taking the plants out of the pots, right? And she's being a little bit rougher than we see, right? Okay, and she's getting it down so we can actually stuff it in here. We don't really care. We don't have to be sweet and gentle with this, right? We know that. So we're just going to be stuffing that plant in there, right?
Jim, did you spray paint it?
Yes.
Love it.
Yes, that's the thing that I love this stuff for. You can spray it. And I'll tell you another thing what this does. When you spray it, it helps hold moisture in better.
And no soil?
Well, the soil that the plants are in, that's it.
Jim, what's that stuff called?
What's this stuff called? What's this stuff called, y'all? It's cocoa mat. It comes in rolls. You just go in and you say, I need some of that rolled stuff, okay? And they'll know what you're talking about. They especially will at Heinz because I bought the whole roll. And she said she had more in the back room.
And what's the 4x4?
What's the what?
The 4x4.
Okay, all it is, it's like the wire. You know, have you seen my giraffe fence in the giraffe fence in the front of the yard? It's that wire. I just took a piece of it, I laid it on here, I sprayed, and then the pattern showed up, right? And then I went ahead and took my stick. You can do any pattern you want. The thing that I wanted to do though is we wanted to make sure that there was a little bit of space so this could grow in, but that it wasn't too far apart because I did want it to be full. I wanted it to be lush. So this is one of those things that when it's complete, we are going to go ahead and hang it on a wall, and we're going to watch it grow over the summer. Now, as far as watering goes, one of two ways. We can set up a little irrigation system. Make sure that you spray it any color you like. Any suggestions for the color irrigation that I would use for this one?
Purple.
Purple, love it. Oh, purple and red. Some of those red hat ladies are here in the room tonight, aren't they? Okay. So anyway, the beauty of this is that it's relatively inexpensive. It's a system that will last for many seasons because of the way that we've gone ahead and used this marine board behind it. Also, the beauty of this is you can do them at any size or shape that you want. Imagine doing like a triplet or whatever, triplet thing where you do 3 segments and have some space in between, and you can be real long. I mean, there's all kinds of wonderful things you could choose. Not only that, this will work in sun and shade, right? It doesn't matter. This is obviously a shade kind of thing. We're going to hang this in a shady spot. And then we could also do, the one thing that I would stay away from with this, you're not going to be able to grow vegetables well in this. All right? Vegetables require a little bit more space.